Hello, non-sports fans. I'm John, he's Brett, and this is Sports Poser, the show that helps you learn about sports because no one ever sat on their deathbed and said, I wish I'd watch more sports on TV. So we're going to do 5 fast minutes of sports, and then we're going to do our role play, and then we'll discuss the fate of Snack of the Week.
Oh.
All right, so here we go. Brett, timer is starting now. What are we going to talk about today?
Football.
And
football.
Football. I like what you did there. And you trilled
Right.
the R. That's fantastic.
Can you do it? Okay. All right. So let's start with the real football, right?
The American football.
Yes. Brady was in Germany, won his game, of course, and he's now undefeated internationally. Like, that makes a big difference. But he won in Mexico, Germany, England, and somewhere else.
Sounds like another Brady stat to celebrate. That's amazing.
Yeah. So Karen went home happy this week. Tom. And so then the other thing was Aaron Rodgers for the Packers had lost 4 in a row. Hall of Fame quarterback, not used to losing, played the Cowboys, who were heavy favorites, and he beat the Cowboys yesterday in a big matchup that was huge for the Packers and kind of disappointing for the Cowboys.
Nice.
Let's see. And of course, the Bills-Vikings game with Josh Allen, who played hurt and then lost the game at the end in a very dramatic fashion. If you like football at all, just Google the last 2 minutes of that game, and it was like a whole entire game happened. It was incredible.
Nice. Hey, I heard something weird about, was it Colts Raiders? What happened there?
Yeah, the owner of the Colts, Robert Irsay, a notorious drunk who inherited the team from his father, is pulling a Ted Lasso, and I think trying to tank the season so he can get a good quarterback because he doesn't have one, and he hired a guy with no experience whatsoever except high school. He used to play for the Colts, and he has some, he used to play and everything, but he's never coached before. So everybody in football is like, what are you doing? It's an
how
insult.
hard can it be, though? I mean, come on.
Right. But it's an insult to all these guys that are trying to get jobs, have worked their whole lives, and you just give it to some guy who's literally an ESPN announcer that was, he talked about how bad the team was on TV, and now he's coaching them. So, I mean, that's just weird, right?
Well, that adage about the like, son of the drunk. I'll cut that. We'll come back to that.
Please.
Yeah, that was bad. What was I going to say? All right. We're not going to worry about that, Brett. But we're going to keep going because I'll just clip that out.
Right. And by the way, his name is Jeff Saturday, which is kind of a cool name for a football player. Too bad it wasn't Sunday, but
more college.
That sounded like a joke you should have done, not me.
Yeah. I could probably work that. What's the guy's name?
Jeff Saturday.
Should have been Sunday. That would have made more sense.
Can't argue that one.
Yeah.
Good point,
exactly.
John. Good poser point.
What about the other football? I understand they're playing in Qatar, which makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, Qatar, right? Tiny little country in the Middle East. They won the bid from FIFA, which is the governing body of soccer, most likely illegally with bribes. And now they're building that city up so fast to support the infrastructure and the stadiums and hotels that thousands of people have died building this new facilities.
Well, I hope they put on a good show to make it worth it.
I mean, if you think about it, it's crazy, right? And so you've got the usual, the stadiums are going to be really ornate, incredible, I bet. But you've got the usual favorites. Brazil's 400 plus 400, which means if you bet $100 on Brazil, you'd win $400. And then you got France, Portugal, Argentina, all these other teams that qualify. And then you got the United States, which is what we're interested in here. If you bet $100 in the United States to win the World Cup, guess how much you win, John? $10,000. That's what the world thinks of the U.S. soccer team.
That does not sound real positive for us. So you mentioned France. They're the defending champions. Is that not right?
Yeah, they won it last 4 years ago. I believe it was, their second one ever. And I don't really fear France because as Patton said, I'd rather have a German army in front of me than a French one behind me.
I think MacArthur could have said that too.
Yeah, he probably
could have gone either way,
yeah.
But it does sound more patent to me. All right. So, not knowing a whole lot about soccer, I do know two names. Are they playing? Ronaldo and Messi.
Yep, two of the greatest soccer players ever, both probably playing in their last World Cup. It's been debatable which is one of those two is the best, and it's still very debatable. And this World Cup could decide that because if they do keep winning each one of their teams, they would end up playing each other in the final, which would be one of the biggest games in the history of the world.
Wow. That's fantastic. All right. Let's see how we're doing on time. It just ended. We nailed it.
Perfect.
So now it's time to do some role playing.
Nice.
A very popular segment on our show.
I've heard.
So, in honor of the snow that fell last night in Colorado, I thought I'd send us out into the woods.
Ooh.
So stand by. Hey, Brett, what brings you to North Dakota?
I love it here.
You betcha. Watch any sports this weekend?
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Did you watch the early morning game with Brady in Germany?
Yeah, how about it? Tom Brady undefeated internationally. The only place that guy loses is in his house.
Ooh.
Yeah, good one, huh? Hey, and how about that trust fund drunk hiring a high school coach? That worked out pretty well.
I know. Robert Ursay for the Colts hires some dude with no experience. And what do? They win, of course.
Yeah, of course they do, because that's how it works. How about World Cup? You excited about that?
I am. It should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to. I think the favorite is Brazil as usual.
Yeah. And Messi?
Yeah, Messi, Ronaldo.
Nice. That's going to be exciting. And then don't forget, like the day after Thanksgiving, we got the U.S. playing Britain.
Wow, that's a huge one. Well, you know what they say about England and the U.S. England invented everything, and the United States perfected it.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Hey, wait. I think I hear a car. We better get out of the street. Good seeing you, man.
Yeah. Peace.
Snack of the week. Brett, what did we have for a snack this weekend?
Snack of the week was a disaster because my wife got involved.
Say no more.
She put broccoli in a plate and said I should have more greens, and then offered to put some cheese on it, like that would somehow help.
Does she not understand? The only time you put cheese on broccoli is fondue.
I should have told her that, and she did not listen. And so, snack of the week will be much better next week when I take control back.
Good. Yeah. I wish you luck, man. Fight's a good fight. Stay
It's
strong.
not going to go well. It's not. You know what? She'll probably watch this and get mad.
Stay strong. Have a great week, and I will see you on Monday.
Have a good week, sir.
You too, bud. Numbnuts here.